Welcome to the show. Today's guest is a market leader who is here to share some invaluable knowledge that you just can't get anywhere else. Let's face it, when you need some help and you're looking for the right professional, you really need to know what questions to ask. Today's expert will give you some great insight to help you make the best decision in no time.
There we go. Okay, so it's being recorded now. So what I'm going to do is mute myself. I'm going to let you read through this and just do it like you're doing it. And if you want to take another retake because you haven't really, read it fully once, that's fine. You can do as many retakes as you want, although we have about 10 minutes. But
so Donna,
you can always set up another call. Yeah.
The way my screen is set up right now, I'm looking at basically the verbiage up until tip 1. So after I say the words the entire body holistically, I'm going to pause so I can scroll down. I'll be silent, and then I'll start reading the rest of it. Is that okay?
That's fine, because I can edit that out easily. So
right,
yeah,
that's what I was
no worries.
You could say. All right, let me just get it down a little
and
bit.
And if you mess up and you just want to start from the beginning, just go ahead. Don't worry about it, because I'll be editing all of this.
All right. So what type of tempo? I'm not going to read it too fast or too slow. It's going to be kind of my conversational lecture stuff that I hope people can tolerate.
Yeah.
Is there a time window for this?
Well, there's no time window at all. I put these italicized words because I want to encourage you to stress, go high and low in your voice as much as you can.
Sure.
So instead of
I
just saying,
picked up on that already.
Okay, all right, yeah, all right. I'm going to mute myself and then go ahead.
I'm often asked, how do you go about finding the right chiropractor? The problem is there is such a wide range of philosophies and techniques in chiropractic care, and so people don't always know what to look for in order to find the best fit. The good news is that it doesn't have to be difficult if you know what questions to ask when seeking a chiropractor. There are dozens of different techniques used by chiropractic physicians, and especially you'll find quite a range of diagnostic methods. In order to eliminate pain and ensure permanent healing, it's critical that the condition be diagnosed properly. Proper diagnosis will allow the physician to identify the best course of treatment. Identifying the patient's pain pattern is also very important, as well as understanding its origin. It's not just about treating symptoms or manipulating vertebra. The patient must recognize why those imbalances exist, and the physician should assist with that process. It's also about looking at the patient holistically, balancing all of the body's systems and eliminating stress patterns. The other systems in the body can influence muscle imbalances, and so if all the systems are not addressed, then the body, and especially the spine, won't function optimally. I'd like to provide a few tips on how to find an excellent chiropractor, one that will be capable of diagnosing accurately and one that will address the entire body holistically. Tip number 1. Does the chiropractor allow enough time during the visits to provide individualized attention to the patient's particular health needs? Enough time to hear every complaint and address each one individually. This kind of individualized attention is essential when tailoring a unique course of treatment. The most effective care will always include much more than just standard chiropractic adjustments. Do they allow enough time to educate the patients about what they need to do in order to move themselves towards optimal health? A good chiropractor will empower the patient through this kind of education, and this education takes time, so make sure they are willing to dedicate that time during the visit. Tip 2. Is the chiropractor willing to refer their patient out to other healthcare practitioners if needed? It's commonly not. Let me start with tip 2 again. Tip 2. Is the chiropractor willing to refer their patient out to other healthcare practitioners if needed? This is commonly not standard practice. It comes back to proper diagnosis. Without proper diagnosis, chiropractors often don't even realize. Now we'll start over again.
It's okay because I can just edit that out. Yeah, just start with tip number 2 again. Okay.
All right. Tip 2. Tip number 2. Is the chiropractor willing to refer their patient out to other healthcare practitioners if needed? This is commonly not standard practice. It comes back to proper diagnosis. Without proper diagnosis, chiropractors often don't even realize outside referrals are necessary. So the question to ask is, do they work with a team of other healthcare practitioners? Do they routinely utilize this network when caring for their own patients? Tip number 3, is the chiropractor open to alternative methods? For example, applied kinesiology, or AK. AK is a very powerful diagnostic tool. It provides the physician with the ability to understand the intricate interrelation between structure and function, and thus take a holistic approach to healthcare that goes way beyond vertebral manipulation. When seeking a chiropractor that utilizes AK, be sure to find one that is professionally trained through the ICAK. When you call their office, just simply ask if they are PAK certified through the ICAK. Our expertise at the Chiropractic Center of Los Gatos is in utilizing applied kinesiology as a multidisciplinary integrated diagnostic protocol, thus allowing a wide range yet specific insight into the patient's health conditions. For those that want to learn more, they can simply visit our website, www.chiropracticlosgatos.com, or they can call us at area code 408-356-9459. We are happy to help and answer any questions. Just give us a call.
All right, that was great. Excellent. Do you feel happy with it, or do you want to do it again?
Well, I don't want to do it again. However, I kind of flubbed function, and I left the in out, which I corrected myself. I don't know. If you heard that.
There were a couple little things I noticed, but I think that they're not going to be seeing the text in front of them, so I think it makes it sound a little more natural anyway.
Okay.
Than just having it totally perfect.
It won't function properly, and I basically left the in out the first time, and I caught myself, and then I said the right words, so I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, and where was that exactly?
This is before tip number 1. So it's the other systems of the body can influence muscle imbalance. So if all the muscle systems are not addressed, then the body, and especially the spine, won't function. I said.
Yeah. Okay.
Function optimally. So
if you want to just read that one paragraph, I'll see if I can just squeeze that in. Okay. All right, I'm going to mute myself and then go ahead.
It's also about looking at the patient holistically, balancing all of the body's systems and eliminating stress patterns. The other systems in the body can influence muscle imbalance, and so if all the systems are not addressed, then the body, and especially the spine, won't function optimally. All right, one more take.
Go ahead.
It's also about looking at the patient holistically, balancing all of the body's systems and eliminating stress patterns. The other systems in the body can influence muscle imbalance, and so if all the systems are not addressed, then the body, and especially the spine, won't function optimally.
Perfect. I'm just taking notes so I know that that needs to be replaced. Okay, that shouldn't be a problem.
Cool.
So, sounds great. I can't wait to see the final production. There's a few details I'm going to need from you. First of all, do you have a YouTube channel?
No.
Okay, so we'll create one. Do you want me to link it to your Gmail account, or would you? I don't remember. Did you create that Gmail for this project, or did you already have it?
That Gmail address is for my teaching mainly.
Okay.
So
I think it'd be better to, yeah.
The way we've directed traffic is that the practice and my personal patients work through the the Earthlink email address, which is snail mail stuff, there's a form that they can fill out, and I get an email from Earthlink.
Yeah. Well, the
when
way...
When we're registering students for my classes, that typically comes through the Gmail and all the PayPal stuff and everything. So, you know, I don't know.
Well, here's what I recommend, and especially since you want to sell the practice possibly one day, I would, you know, create a channel, which means its own and its own Gmail account. You have to create a Gmail account.
I think that's best.
Yeah, for the practice. Well, yeah, why don't I just do that? Because that's going to be kind of this video is going to become an asset of the practice, because you're promoting the clinic, not your teaching or anything. So I would why don't I do that, and then I'll just give you all the login details. And do you have a Facebook page? Do you have any social media accounts?
I don't have any of that stuff. The only thing I have is a LinkedIn account, and honestly, if I know somebody, basically what LinkedIn is doing is poaching my email addresses. And anytime they can find somebody out there that I've sent an email to that's on LinkedIn, then they'll say, hey, somebody-so wants to hook up with you. And, some of it has to do with my work, and some of it has to do with my bicycle racing or whatever. And I really don't have the bandwidth to even manage that. So, I want to keep things really simple. But at some point, it's obvious that I need to do all this, but then I also need to have somebody kind of either prompting me to manage it, or, because knowing me at the age that I'm at, it's the kind of thing where it's like, I'm not used to having to go in there and recheck and, do all that stuff all the time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's not worry about social media for right now, but what I can do is put it on your...
I think the YouTube thing is fine.
Yeah.
That's something we can just put out there and leave it kind of, and people can see it. But I'm sure now, so obviously this is just a verbal thing. At some point, and I know YouTube does audio. What we're doing with this thing now?
No, this is going to be turned into professionally made video. Yeah, with a spokesmodel, kind of a CNN style video. So when we have your audio, and so I'm going to need a headshot of you. We could do a version where you're actually in front of the camera too, but I'll create this one and you can look at it, and then we can always do a live video version. It still is a video, but it's just not going to have a picture of you speaking.
Okay.
It'll be like a still shot.
It's 2 minutes after 10 here.
Yep, I know.
I'll go ahead and I'll send you a headshot that I just did for the Korean thing. I've got a coat and tie on that stuff. Is that what you want?
Sure. Yeah, I think that'd be good. Either that or a lab coat, whatever you have, either would be fine.
I haven't worn a lab coat in 30 years. So.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'll follow up with you. We do. I have. I can take another minute or two, but we do need to schedule the technical sign off where I deliver the video to you, and then you said you have an IT programmer. So did you want to introduce us, because they could put it on your website also?
Yeah, Aldine Gordon, and we've actually I've told her about you quite a bit. So at some point, she's in Los Gatos here with me. So she's a nice older lady. She's not like one of these young people that's like too wired for me to deal with. So I think all three of us could have a good relationship. And she's been bugging me for years to do something with my website. And so anyway, and it's time. Right now is when I need to be talking. In fact, I might even get in touch with her once we get off the phone and just let her bring her up to date so we can get things going.
Sure, and if you want to set something up, we can use this same conference call bridge line and just have a discussion. That'd be fine.
Okay, very good.
So
all right, and then do you want some money at some point here?
Yes, I do need to collect that. Did you see the payment link? It was in that confirmation email. I can resend that.
I didn't. Let me scroll around.
It's okay.
So is there like a PayPal link or something?
Yeah. Or I can just resend it here. Or is there?
Yeah,
are you going to be doing that? Okay.
I'm sorry?
Well, I didn't know if I should send it to you or like an office manager or something, but
No, I'll pay for it.
Okay. So I'll resend that. Okay. And should I use your Earth link? Okay. All right, then I'll be in touch. So it's going to take about a week turnaround time. So do you want to schedule something right now for next week?
Do we have the same time next week available?
Is this a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just take a peek. That's the 19th. Yeah, that would actually work really well. 9:30?
Yeah. 9:30
Okay, I've got it down.
On the 19th. Okay.
All right, I'll call you then. All right, take care. Good job. Bye-bye.
And there you have it. Some great advice and a few simple tricks is all it takes to find the right professional that won't disappoint. Would you like to learn more? Just contact our featured expert at the number on your screen. Thanks for joining us.